Okay. Yeah. Be right with you, folks. Sorry, folks. Just getting everything set up on the old mobile live dashboard here. It's quite the process, you know. Oh, that's annoying. And that's annoying too. There. We're slightly making it less annoying. Bit by bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. This is crazy up in here. Hi there. I'm Son of Stapes, and in case you hadn't noticed, I've got a fancy new microphone here. It's a very fun new toy that we're enjoying here on Son of Stapes. And, you know, it may prove to be too much microphone for me to handle, but to hell with it. We're going to try. And I thought we'd start off with just a little test, a narrative test of a simple RPG. And what more fun could we have than with Sega's own Shining Force 2, 1994, presented by Sonic. That's right, folks. Sonic the Hedgehog painstakingly made this entire game. It's nuts.
You're finally here. Ah, you look so confused. You don't know why you're here? Yes, I used a spell on you. Where are you going? You can't escape from this mystery forest unless you help me. What you gonna do?
I'm going to start.
What should I call you?
You can call me Data 2. Now, the default name for the character is Bowie. So in that spirit, we're going to name Bowie here. It's clever, you see.
Ziggy, nice name, huh? I'll let you decide the difficulty level at this time.
I'm going to pick Ouch because I'm an adult.
What? Do you want to die? Now, good luck. You have no time to waste.
And that's pretty much the start of the game. So here we are in all of our 16-bit glory. As you can see, I'm a swordsman with 12 hit points. It's all very fascinating stuff. It's been a long time since I've played this game, so you'll have to watch with some thrill as I relearn all the controls. Good morning, Ziggy. You woke up late this morning. Did the storm wake you up? Hurry to school. Sir Astral and Sarah will be waiting. I won't do that every time, but it's funny every once in a while because all the, character names are in caps. Basically, if there's a character's name in caps, they probably join your party at some point. Oh, okay, that's not how you talk to people. Okay, so A seems to be menu, B seems to be back, so C would be... Sir Astral's the wisest person in Grans. He's such a great man, he opened a school all by himself. You must realize how lucky you are. I get to go to school by a guy who opened a school by himself.
He thinks of you as his own grandson. Sometimes he may badger you, but that's because he loves you.
Could be. Ziggy investigated the vase. It was dark inside. Ziggy investigated the area. Nothing was there. Weak.
Hi, boy. Good morning. Are you going to school? Say, Sir Astral certainly is a great person.
Everyone's really jazzed on Sir Astral in this town.
He even teaches a mischievous kid like you.
What a dink. Good morning, Ziggy. It's a wonderful day, isn't it? If you say so. Green dress. Hey, what do we got here? No, nothing.
Hi, would-be customer. Sorry, we're not open yet.
Okay. I guess you need to have, like, your army going and stuff before people are willing to sell you weapons. I guess we won't dink around talking to everybody in town, and instead we'll just progress with the... whoa! You cannot enter the castle of Grans. Go away. It's pretty straightforward. 2 seconds here, gang. Very well. We continue. Okay, so that's the church. That's where I revive my peeps. I would guess the school is probably the biggest building because of how many people have to be in it at one time. Nope, that's the jail. Oh, but I'll find it. Don't think I won't find it. Okay, there's the... Oh. I caught you. Here we go. So here we're going to be meeting our first couple party members.
Whoo, I'm sleepy. Jaha must be sleeping soundly about now.
That's going to be real fun. Also, did you say Jaha?
Whoo, I'm sleepy. Jaha must be sleeping soundly about now.
Who is Jaha? Oh, right. I remember who Jaha is.
Hi, Ziggy. How are you? Sir Astral's in the basement, but he looks strange today.
Oh. Let's go see what Astral's cooking. Oh, Astral's a friggin' cool wizard.
Oh, it must be. No, it's not a...
Okay, better.
Oh, morning, Ziggy. When did you come in? Oh, it's time to start school? Okay, I'm coming up soon.
Good enough.
By the way, Ziggy, what did you think of the storm last night? Did you feel something evil or anything? No, nothing. Perhaps it was just my imagination. Sorry.
Crazy old man. I'm sitting with Chester.
Is everybody here? Okay, let's start. Where is Jaha? Overslept again? Oh, well, I can't wait for him. Where did I leave off yesterday?
Sir Astral. The minister would like you to come to the castle.
What has happened? Why are you so...
The king, he's fallen down and is in great pain.
What? The king? Okay, I'm coming.
And then they shuffle off, but first...
Sorry, kids, I have to go to the castle. Stay here.
Ziggy, did you hear that? The king is sick. But I think it must be something else. She was acting so strange.
Hey, Chester, let's go to the castle.
We can't, Sarah. We're just kids. They won't let us in.
Never mind that. I have a plan. Ziggy, maybe we can meet the princess. Are you going with us?
What happens if I say no?
No? Really? Then I'm not going either. But if you change your mind, let me know right away.
How long will they let me wait? What does Chester have to say about all this? Yeah, I do want to go to the castle, but Ziggy, how about you? All right, Chester.
Ziggy, you decided to go? Great, let's go right now. Hurry.
What? Ziggy, are you going? I'm going too. Sarah the Proust and Chester the Kinty, have joined the farce. So if you're not familiar with Shining Force, I believe it's one of the early, it said it was Sonic, but I think it's actually Atlas, or what is now Atlas, made this game. Could be entirely wrong about that. Halt, where do you think you're going?
Well, let's see. Sir Astral called us.
Why?
We're his pupils. He left a package behind, and...
You want to deliver it to him? Well, okay, go ahead. Be good in the castle, okay? So, loot the castle? I probably have never really looked at... Oh. Anyway, as I was saying, Shining Force 2 is actually the third game in chronological order, starting with the original Shining Force. Then there was a first-person RPG dungeon crawler called Shining in the Darkness, which actually came out before Shining Force 1, but story-wise came in between the two Shining Force games. And then there was this one, and I think they all share a common villain. Spoiler alert? We'll find out. Maybe. Oh, armor room. This looks awesome. Look at these chests. Oh, medical herb. Okay. It likes to play little songs for pretty much everything. Ziggy opened the chest, found an angel wing. You would probably think that an angel wing would revive somebody, but what it actually does, I believe, is lets you escape from combat. Antidote, pretty standard, heals you of poison. Okay, good looting. Good, not great. Let's see what's in this house. Or as we supposedly say in Canada, hoose.
How busy I am. Soldiers eat here every day without doing any work. But I think that's okay. The soldier's job is fighting.
Indeed. Oh, hi, green dress.
What's she doing now? She brought the king his breakfast over an hour ago.
Oh, what's this guy doing?
It's been very warm lately.
So why are you hanging out in the pots? This is a weird castle.
Ah! Who are you? Get out of here! Boys are not allowed to come into our dressing room.
Fair. Fair point. Let's just check these barrels for things. Empty. Empty barrel. Empty barrel. Nothing. What's going on here? Vaguely remember we have to go up here. Oh, here we go. Ooh.
Oh, Father, please wake up.
Sir Astral.
Nothing's wrong with his body, but...
He's suffering badly from something.
Perhaps it might be, well... What are you doing here?
Oh, oops. Sorry, sir.
Well, we just followed you.
Don't lie to me. You wanted to see the castle, didn't you?
Sir Astral, who are they?
Oh, well, they're my pupils.
So they are. They look like good kids. You must have a special reason to have them here, right?
Oh, I didn't mean for...
Astral glares at Ziggy.
You said the door of the ancient tower's open? There must be a connection between the open door and the king's sickness. I called them here to help me investigate the tower.
That's convenient.
Now, pupils, follow me. Don't give me any more trouble. I didn't want to involve you, my children, but this might be a good opportunity for you to learn how to properly serve your king. Are you ready, Ziggy?
He started off as something different, but he's kind of gone, like, Davos-y. As we've already seen, there is no saying no in Shining Force 2.
Good. Let's go to the tower. Follow me.
And so follow him we will.
Sir Astral's already inside the tower. Hurry.
And hurry I will. A lot of walking, and there's a jaunty little soundtrack, but I've disabled it for the sake of you hearing my dulcet tones over the game's otherwise very chippy dialogue.
There you are, Ziggy. Stay here. I'll take a look inside the tower. What a mysterious tower. I wonder who built it. I have a strange feeling about this place. Oh, what's this? I think I've seen this symbol before.
Oh my gosh. Slow flashes. What's happening?
Look, something's appearing. What's that?
An evil gizmo, a devil that possesses people. Why are you here? Where are you going? What? Wait, you're here to possess the king, aren't you? I won't let you pass. You shall not harm the king.
Uh-oh. Now he's outnumbered by whiter smokes.
This doesn't look good. We'll stop the evil gizmo here. Ziggy, defeat these fiends.
And defeat them we will. So, this is the first battle of the game. So if you haven't played this before, you may not have realized that what we're playing here is a turn-based strategy. Kind of like your Final Fantasy Tactics, or your Fire Emblem, or one of those games. And, you start off with a pretty small army, but your force can have up to 12 units. And there's a bunch of different classes, a bunch of different unique classes as well. Some characters have branching paths. They can take different advanced classes. It's all pretty fun. It's all pretty wonderful. So Chester is a knight. Every knight is a centaur. So knight is kind of also their race, which is kind of weird. And Chester, for example, depending on what item you give him later in the game, will either promote into a paladin, which is just basically a tougher knight. I don't think it gets any magic or anything. Or it promotes into a Pegasus Knight, which is kind of the same, but it can fly. So that's better. Pardon me. So Chester's a melee unit, so we want to be next to something, and he can't close on any of the gizmos. So we're going to hang back here. Hi, Modiddy One. I'm good. How are you? Likewise, Ziggy's also going to stay in the back. Now, Sarah's a priest, so she's mostly there to heal. She does have an attack, but she definitely is our backline character for now. So what's going on tonight, Mo Diddy? Got to be careful here because I don't want all of these smoke things gathering around and beating on Chester. I also can only get one guy to melee with the smoke monster since this is a pit. So we're going to spend another turn letting them get a little closer. Essentially, with a game like this, it really pays to let them come to you. So the gizmo attacks. You'll notice when the attack happens that it cuts to like a sort of different view. You get to see both characters. One gets an attack animation. Cool, Mo Diddy, cool. Checking out some streams before heading to bed. Well, let my sweet voice sing you to sleep, friend. And by sing, I mean narrate this weird old game. So Ziggy, the main character, is a swordsman. He's a pretty good melee fighter. Only did 3 damage, but you know, we're level 1. We have wooden weapons. What do you want? Chester will finish this thing off, hopefully. And Gizmo got damaged by 2, defeating the Gizmo. So Chester gets 24 experience points and finds 60 gold coins. Every character levels up every 100 experience points, and what will happen is an enemy will then decrease in experience points that it gives out for kills. But the fun fact about the gizmos is they will always stay at, I think, a minimum of 10. So if you feel like it, you can basically just farm this fight until these 3 characters are as tough as you want them to be. That's really boring and tedious, and I'm not going to do that for you folks, but if I ever play this game again, don't be surprised if you come back and find that's happened. It really trivializes some fights, though. Another fun fact is, if you let your main character get killed in combat, you automatically lose the battle. So you gotta keep Bowie kind of in the back, but it's tempting to bring him out to fight because he's a really strong unit. But we're gonna, for now, just kind of stand back and wait. There's no reason to go rushing 5 enemies at once. Welcome to turn-based strategies, friends. See, look, I could run Chester in there, and he could definitely hit that thing for like 2 damage. But it's a waste. It's a ruse. It's a scam like rotisserie chicken. And half my gold, exactly. You know, like, it's expensive to bring these characters back. You can actually cast Aggress, though, to not lose the money. Did I just move Sarah into attack? I gotta stop talking. Well, I gotta keep talking, but you know what I mean. So Sarah's probably gonna get beat down pretty good here. They can't all reach her, thankfully. Ziggy's gonna go in to try and rescue her. But he only does 3 damage. How did the priest do 4 damage? It's a mystery. Chester should polish this guy off like a jar of marmalade. There we go. Gizmo was defeated. Chester earned 24 experience points. So Chester is, so far, leading the pack in experience points. Big time. Gizmo got damaged by 3, defeated. I'm going to guess, Mo Diddy, you're pretty familiar with this game? It's been a lot of years since I've played it. But Sarah's able to get upgraded to like a monk or something. It's one of my favorites too. Definitely one of my favorite Genesis era games. It would be up there with like Phantasy Star 4. And maybe that's it. So let's see how we're doing here. I mean, this fight is pretty much the same no matter what difficulty you're playing on. So don't be too impressed by me doing this on ouch, is what I'm saying. Chester got 10 experience points just for trying there. Just for participating, he got 10 experience. You tell me, Vlad. How is the new mic? Does it pick up my voice without sounding too quiet? Because I could be projecting more, but my wife, she's trying to sleep. So I can't go like whole ham on the mic. Oh, critical hit. Critical hit does as much damage as a regular hit with a wooden sword, apparently. Poof. Are there only 2 of these things left? Well, we're going to pull Sarah back and do a little healsy. A little healsy on Sarah. Her little fairy friend comes in and dusts her. She gets full healed. 13 experience. Oh, wonderful. Glad to hear you guys are liking it. I have about 6 videos that I'm debating on posting of me testing the mic from like different parts of the day. Over the course of like the 6 videos, I think I change outfits about 3 times. So I'm kind of like Blossom. Now Chester's pretty hurt. I'm going to pull him back. Oh, good. Sarah gets to go immediately. One of the modern conveniences that you'd probably really enjoy in a game like this would be like a turn order posted somewhere. So I would have known something like that. Well, I've only played the original 2 Genesis ones, and then I got suckered into buying one for PS2, and it was nothing like this. It was a disappointment. Pardon me. Oh no, it dodged. That's trouble for Ziggy. Oof, Ziggy's getting the beat down. Now, like I said, I don't want to let Ziggy die here, because if he does, as Mo Diddy pointed out, that's half my gold gone. Although I must not have much gold. Probably just what I earned from this fight so far. Stick with me, kid. We're going to make a lot of weird references before this is over. Oh, no! See? Would have been nice to have a turn order there. Oh, so he spins and poofs, and Ziggy's exhausted. Damn, man.
Welcome. Your desire will be fulfilled.
Typical church. Fulfilling all my desires.
Be careful, something else.
So, we're going to awkwardly go back through the castle here. If Sarah or Chester had died, I would have had to shell out more money on top of my embarrassing earlier payout of half my gold. And, yeah, we were in there, but then I got killed. Anyway. Thankfully, they did not. So, ever play Luffy in the Tower of Doom? As it happens, I haven't, but it could very well happen. I got one of those SNES mini things, and while I probably shouldn't go into it on the internet, those can be altered if you know the right people. And so, well, you get the picture. I'm sure I don't need to say any more. The point is, it could get played in the near future. I've heard it's one of the, many amazing RPGs for the SNES, of which I've probably played about half of them. So, once again, we're just rolling up to this this altar area, and we're just going to chillax and let these smoky MRFers come to me. And it's going to take a while, but they're slowly going to creep their way. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to wait for me to come up because they're smoky MRFers. See, now I'd always heard that Lufia was a great RPG for the SNES. I just never got around to playing it. Up there with like Earthbound and all the classic Squaresoft ones. Were there any SNES Dragon Warriors though? I don't remember there being any of those. Maybe just not in North America, or maybe I'm completely forgetting them. Sarah needs to get her kills when she can, especially early. The sprites make them look always like children, even though when they're adults. That's part of the style of a JRPG, no? In a lot of them it looks that way. Although I guess these are all technically children. Well, not children. Youngsters. Okay, see, they're forming up now. They're going to come after me next turn. All in Japan, unfortunately. They did release them on the DS, though. Okay, well, there's like, once again, hope that I can do that, too. Same with the Fire Emblem games, no? I recently actually tried my first Fire Emblem game on the DS, and it was good, but it immediately made me want to play this instead. And like full disclosure, of the first few battles I fought in that Fire Emblem game, it was way more complex than this ever is going to be, probably. But still, part of what I like about this is its simplicity. I like that you're stuck into classes rather than in, say, Final Fantasy Tactics, which I also really like. But it's so customizable where you can slot any character into any job, and you get overwhelmed by choices, basically. Or at least I do. Again, really like Final Fantasy Tactics a lot. I've played the first 3. So like the PlayStation 1 one, the GBA one, and then I think the DS one was the 3rd one. Gosh, I'm glad that my friends are definitely backing him up. Now, my counterattack only did 1 damage there. That's kind of weak. Anyway, yes, I think so far the new mic is a hit. I'm looking forward to doing Baldur's Gate again this week, although I'm super unhappy that I didn't record the stream like a noob. Fire Emblem is pretty simple. It just has a rock, paper, scissors formula to it like Pokemon. Just if your characters die, they're gone for good. Interesting. So is the rock, scissors, paper formula just like axe, sword, and other weapon? Oh no, Ziggs. Damaged by 3. Getting my ass kicked by ouch difficulty. 1994, coming back to haunt me. What was I doing in 94? What were any of us doing in 94? I would have been in grade 6. It was not a good time. I mean, it could have been worse, I suppose. Grade 6, you're kind of like, I was anyway, in my school, top of the food. No, I wasn't. There was a 7 and 8 in my school. Not top of anything. King of Town is still sweating it out in his bed, so I guess I'm going back to the Demon Tower again. I'm going to try this all over again. It'll be marvelous if I can remember any of the voices that I assigned these characters earlier. Mo Diddy was in college. Well, that's certainly more advanced than grade 6. What did you study, if you don't mind me asking? Vlad describes Fire Emblems, rock, scissors, paper for me as axe beats lance, swords beat axe, lance beats sword. There are other weapons with their strengths and weaknesses, but that's the basic triangle, like grass, water, and fire in Pokemon. And Modity studied criminology. I had a lot of friends in criminology when I eventually went on to college, but not me. I studied something even less applicable to real life. Film. Okay. So what have we learned from this fight so far? Number one, forming a horizontal line around Bowie doesn't necessarily keep him from dying. We've also definitely learned to take out these guys one at a time if they're going to give us that opportunity. Oh, see, sometimes you get 2 attacks. That's pretty sweet. I can be a film cricket. Yes, Mo Diddy, it's true. The gizmo is no joke. There was a time, once upon a time, where I thought that film criticism would have been a pretty awesome thing to be. And it was before they were like super popular on the internet. But the problem was there was no money in that profession. And I don't really think there is today unless you get like mega famous online for doing it. So I'll just leave that to the professionals. Ziggy is actually the name I assigned that character, Vlad. The original name for the character, that's the main character. And if you don't add your own name, his name is Bowie. So I thought I'd be clever and name him Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy leveled up to level 2. That might actually help our cause quite a bit. Or maybe not, like who knows. Anyway, if you want his last name to be Stardust, it can be Vlad. Oh, my phone just buzzed. I have to keep it down signal. One thing I will say about this awesome new microphone is that the boom arm is really right next to me all the time. No, looks like my phone just shut off. So that's helpful. Okay. If memory serves, Vlad, who's asking if you get to name all your characters or just the main character, you get to name the main character. Oh, phone. And one other. A secret character, in fact. Although, there's a cheat code you can punch in, which I don't remember, that lets you rename every character in the game. It's a pretty groovy cheat code. Or is that for the first one? I can't remember. Maybe there's 2 different ones. Well, there's definitely 2 different Shining Forces, but I mean, maybe there's different codes, or maybe I'm just misremembering. See, it's tempting to go rush in and give these guys what for. But we've all seen what that does. It gets, Ziggy beat down. Anyone need healing? Not really. Oh, she's already level 2? Man, she's tough. Major Tom is actually pretty short with only 8 characters. I mean, you'd have to lose your space, but Yeah, it would be awesome. Although you do get a pretty big number of characters in this. It's like over 50. I mean, I don't shy away from that, but like a lot of people might. Oh, Ziggy got damaged by 2. Hey, Glitch Hero. This is Shining Force 2. It is a Sega Genesis game from 1994. It is a turn-based strategy game. Kind of like your Final Fantasy Tactics or your Fire Emblem. And thank you very much. For the kind of stuff I was doing, the little microphone just wasn't really cutting it. And while I'm whispering right now, so I'm not like booming with my voice to wake my wife up, I think it'll be pretty nice for those narration streams. So we're kind of in the thick of it now here, surrounded by gizmos. Hopefully Sarah gets a turn before we all get snuffed out here. Ooh, okay. I mean, he'll probably kill either one. Thanks, Glitch Hero. I appreciate that, man. I checked out... must have been Binding of Isaac the other night you were playing. I keep meaning to watch your LOL streams, but whenever I watch someone's LOL stream, I immediately just want to go play. Okay. XCOM, then, would be another game that I would compare this to. Although, very different from XCOM. Very low-tech. Oh, Chester, you're getting beat down by gizmos. Nice meeting you too, Mo Diddy. Stop by any time. My main shtick is I'm running Baldur's Gate 2 and narrating that every Tuesday from 6 to 10 Eastern. But I'm all over the place and I post videos all the time, so come on back anytime, man. I'll throw you a follow too. Yeah, Tactics is pretty fun. I gotta be honest. Like, I prefer these old Shining Force games, but probably just for the nostalgia and because it's what I first learned. Okay. There is a way to actually examine the battlefield here. I don't have to fight this one, because it's tied up with Sir Astral here. So it's just these two, but they're both at full health. So what I'm going to do is... do that. Yeah, Chester leveled up. Awesome. Awesome. Defense went up by 1. Great stuff. Loving it. Pull Sarah back here. Give Chester the old fairy dust. Glitch Hero says, I actually quite like classic simple games. Was having a blast with an emulator years ago playing games like Super Ghouls and Ghosts and Shaq Fu. Well, I'm a big fan of retro games myself, and recently a couple years ago I actually picked up for my PS3 a game disc that is like something like 40 old Genesis games, all their hits. So like the Sonic and Tales games, all the Phantasy Stars, all these. Pretty good game disc. And it was like released, so like they were all perfect copies, no lag or anything like that on them. And then I got the classic mini SNES this year too, so I've been enjoying a lot of emulation lately. Oh yeah, Moonwalker. Moonwalker was a weird game, man. Now, normally I'd be healing with Sarah here, but we're just going to say goodnight, sweet prince, and put this fight behind us. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was amazing. It's amazing that you could turn into a robot. Spoiler alert, my bad. And, you like kicked stardust and rescued children. Weird stuff. Oh, we definitely beat it back in the day, my older brother and I, because I think it was even 2-player. Vlad the Bunny says, the GBA Tactics was my first FF Tactics game. I thought it was good. Then I played the original and I was like, wow, the GBA was actually a step down. Absolutely, though understandable because it was a tiny little cartridge and not like a disc game. Although there were some things to like about, like again, so hearkening back to how I liked, oh, I'm missing a whole bunch of dialogue here, guys. I'm sorry. We'll get to that in a second. Sorry. So hearkening back to like how I enjoy Shining Force 2 over, say, Tactics, and how it's pure nostalgia. I liked how the old, or rather the GBA Tactics, pigeonholed you into your races only having so many class options. You know, it was sort of less overwhelming, although you still got a lot of characters to choose from, and by the end it was mostly like mains. Glitch. You guys are talking Shaq Fu. I've never actually played Shaq Fu. Still haven't done the robot. It's hard, but you tried, but it's so hard. I couldn't even tell you what goes into doing that robot now. It's like so long ago I played that game. And I feel like they had an even better version in like the arcades too. Although I could be wrong about that. Anyway, back to our thrilling Shining Force 2 story.
Oh, it disappeared? Oh, there it is.
Hey, there it is.
It disappeared again. Oh, there it is. We must hurry to the king.
If anything's profitable, it had an arcade version. That's more or less how arcades worked. Vlad the Bunny says, I had a Viera harem for the GBA Tactics game. Well, given that your name is Vlad the Bunny, not so surprising. Although, to be perfectly frank with you, I'm pretty sure I put together a team of like all the most badass Moogles I could like muster, although there's only like 2, I think, characters, so the rest would have just been nobodies. Anyway, so in case you were missing the plot here, he's fainted. That was gonna be his voice until I realized he wasn't talking. Do. Well, boy, did you hear a strange noise? I don't know why, but everyone ignores my questions. Well, for one thing, you shouldn't just call me boy. Huh, lots of people in this room. I saw a devil enter the king's body, and the king became violent. Uh-oh.
King Grandseal, calm down.
Gore. I think that's how you pronounce that in the original English.
He's possessed. He needs an exorcism right now.
We're gonna need... Oh, we have a young priest. That's amazing.
Yow, my head. No, I'm okay, Ziggy. I must use a powerful spell. It may be dangerous. Stay back.
Oh, he's backing him into a corner.
Evil spirit inside the king be gone. Ha!
He just fireballed his king. You all saw it.
King Grandseal? Did it work?
Oh, the evil spirit flew away.
Oh. Astral, what happened? Are you all right? Let me use your soldiers. We must kill it before it finds another victim.
He's already trying to usurp the crown. Like, what the hell is this?
What are you talking about? I don't understand. Oh. Astral.
This game is just old man after old man falling over and everybody worrying about them. Astral is exhausted. He won't wake up. The minister summons the soldiers to the hall to kill the evil spirit. So now the minister's running the show. That's all the info I can give you about the mission.
So all we have to do is find the evil gizmo and kill him.
That's right, kill him before he possesses somebody else. You may go.
Yes, sir. Let's go and defeat the evil gizmo.
Jumping means yes.
Forward, men.
I point out that more than half of those guys are just sailors with no armor or weapons by the look of things. Sir Astral's still sleeping. Is he all right? The king is upstairs looking in on Sir Astral. I'm worried.
Is he going to be okay?
We're... He just fainted because he was exhausted by the 2 battles. Don't worry about him. If he dies, it doesn't matter. He's old anyway. Yes.
Minister, is the minister there?
The king's voice is changing a lot. Let's go over to the chat here for a second. I've been neglecting it with all the excitement. Vlad the Bunny says, Moogles are great too. I always used Mog and FF6 when I was a kid, as did I. He was probably my favorite character. Still not too familiar with the emoticons here on Twitch, so I don't know what that first one means, Glitch Hero. If I mouse over it, will it tell me? PogChamp. Yeah. So uncool. What just happened there? Vlad the Bunny says, that king looks like he's seen better days. To be fair, he was just possessed by an evil spirit. However, I'm pretty sure that's just how he looks all the time. He probably hit a lot of rum. Still hits a lot of rum today. And then Vlad follows up, ministers and chancellors are always evil in RPGs. Don't know if that's the case for this game. He's actually pretty important and like a good guy on the side of goodness, but he never gets a portrait like virtually everybody else in the king's cabinet. PogChamp was for the exorcism success. Well, you know, you fireball your king, something's good's gonna happen.
Here I am.
Oh wait, that was the chancellor, my bad.
Did our soldiers leave for the subjugation?
What? They use a lot of funny words and ideas around here. Subjugating who? The one evil monster?
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
Well, he slowly gets to his throne.
Oh, I'm too late. Astral came back to his senses just now.
That's great. Did you talk to him?
Astral said
That's a bad comma right there.
He feels an ill omen behind the opening of the tower and Gizmo appearing. We must study the ancient history of Grans Island.
How?
A historian named Howell lives northwest of Yale. Astral asked me to send soldiers for him, but...
Oh, I understand.
What should we do now?
What should we do?
Oh, yes.
Ah, yes.
Minister, I have a good idea.
As do I. You're the pupils of Astral. I know of you, Ziggy. I heard that you did a very good job in the ancient tower. Well, it was a pretty good job. We died a few times.
Why don't you go to Yale and bring Howell back here? I don't think this is a difficult job. Will you go?
Now again, I'm just gonna... Oh, I meant to say no.
Thank you. Depart to fetch Howell immediately.
TLDR, no means yes in Shining Force 2. It's definitely not PC. So, Vlad makes a very good point. He should have a slur since the king is clearly a drunk. We will remember that the next time we encounter King Remy of Grans Island. And, like, let's be clear. You're absolutely right. All that king is going to do is hit a bottle of rum up the second we're out the door. That's as right as king. And we're on an island, so you know it's good rum. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we pick up a very special guest for our next battle. He's a fun happening little dwarf. And his name is Jaha. Wow. I don't even... Okay. I want to do him like I do Corgan in Baldur's Gate, but I don't think I will. In fact, because Shining Forest doesn't immediately make its dwarf Scottish, I'm going to make their dwarf Scottish, even though I detest that that's normally what happens to fantasy dwarves. Well, you can say no, but yeah, it'll pretty much be like, are you sure? I don't think that's how you should answer this question. And it'll just loop that until you agree to do whatever they want you to do.
Here you are. I've been waiting. A soldier said you went into the castle. Is that true? Oh, I missed it. I would have woken up early if I'd known that. So I came to meet you here, Ziggy. You're going to Yale, right? Under the king's orders. Cool. Of course I'm going to.
Cool is a great word to say in a Scottish accent. Jaha the Whir has joined the force. So Jaha is another frontline fighter, but he's slower, but he does a little bit more damage because he uses an axe.
Oh, let's go to Yale.
But first, let's get some metal weapons for our crew.
What's up, boy? We guarantee all items to be in good condition. What do you want to buy?
So in this case, I would like one short sword, one short spear, and that's pretty much it. Because I think she's got a perfectly good wooden rod, and Jaha, for some reason, comes prepared with a weapon. Everybody else has wooden weapons.
Okay, who gets it?
Ziggy. Oops, Ziggy's hands are full. To anybody else, who gets it? Man, everybody's full on items here. We must be talking about different Princess of Persia glitch hero, because the ones I'm familiar with, if you die, man, you start from like the beginning. So we're going to give it to Jaha just because I got no room on the character that's going to get it. Now, Chester's getting upgraded to a short spear. And what's nice about a short spear as opposed to a lance is that it's a thrown weapon. So I can actually attack from 2 squares away as opposed to 1, which makes him slightly less frontline. So now we're going to sell some wooden sticks and swords. 45 gold for my wooden sword. You got it, Buster.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, I'm talking like the original PC, Prince of Persia, which I played even before I played these games, and they are super frustrating if you don't know what you're doing. Oh man, Jaha starts at level 1. $52 gold coins for his wooden stick. Probably paying more because he's a centaur. Just saying. And that's all of that I want to do for now. Although, I want to give... Jaha will give the short sword to Ziggy. The short sword now belongs to Ziggy. Equip Ziggy. Short sword. And because I'm not an irresponsible fool, we're going to go save our game super quick. Get out of my way. Is it just my imagination, or are there way more people in the town now?
Welcome. Your desire will be fulfilled.
Save.
May I record your adventure now?
There's a jaunty little church tune that's playing in the background right now that you guys can't hear.
The light allows you to resume your adventure. Will you continue your adventure?
Yes.
Be careful, the light is always on your side.
Suikoden? No, I have not played them. I had a roommate who played through a bunch of Suikoden 2 in front of me. Now, I have to be honest, I kind of fell out of love with JRPGs shortly after Final Fantasy XII. Now, I know Suikoden was way before that, but the reason I bring that up is it just kind of goes to show that I'm not the most likely to go back and play ones that I've never played before, though sometimes I will try that. Anyway, I'll let you two chat.
We're going to Yale.
But of course there's a fight. There's basically always a fight with Shining Force. I mean, it makes sense because it's a fighting title. A sort of strategy battle production. Alright, so if I had to guess, the rat will hit like a truck. So we don't want soft, supple, little Sarah going out there first and getting beat down. While there are weapons in the game, there aren't armor. Didn't like Final Fantasy XII then, asked Vlad. I didn't dislike Final Fantasy XII. My problem with Final Fantasy XII was that I have maybe not the longest attention span, shall we say. And there was one dungeon, I want to say maybe 2/3 into the game, where I just straight up got lost and couldn't find my way out of. And for several months, every once in a while, I'd just pop in the game, grind for like an hour in this dungeon, and eventually, like months and months later, I got out. And then by the time I did that, I didn't remember any of the story. So I never finished it. But I liked it okay. It just kind of felt like it was trying to be World of Warcraft, but single player. And that wasn't something I was really into Final Fantasy doing. I mean, it could have been worse, and I played 11 as well. So, like, I was okay with Final Fantasy being an MMO. I just didn't want my single-player experience to turn out that way, too. Ooze got damaged by 7. Jaha, coming in hot with the axe. We're just going to send Chester in to polish that off. Once again, like a jar of marmalade. Ooze got damaged by 5. Ooze was defeated. Chester earned 49 experience points. Huge Rat immediately goes for Ziggy. Oof. That's half my hit points in one shot. Well, it's a good thing she goes next. Sarah cast heal level 1. Zing! Ziggy recovered 7 hit points. Sarah earned 13 experience points. Sarah became level 3. Hit points increased by 1. MP increased by 2. Attack increased by 1. Defense increased by 1. Agility increased by 1. Sarah is becoming a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so it did 7 damage to me. Let's see what Ziggy does to it. 4 damage. Oh boy. Excuse me. Oh, Jaha, so strong. 6 damage, defeats that huge rat. Biggest threat, gone. Vlad says, yeah, it plays almost like a single-player MMO. The Zodiac Age is fun because you get to choose classes for the characters. I don't mind 12 style. There's a lot of setup for those bosses, though, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm what you might call lazy. So I absolutely remember what you're talking about. And it did not go well for me because I just like to brute force my way through a lot of fights. From what I've read about the Zodiac Age, it does sound pretty good. It sounds like a worthy re-release, or I don't know what you'd call that, if it's a remake or whatever. Oh, Chester's level 3 too. So it's just Bowie and Jaha that need to level up. In the first Shining Force, you get a main character, much like Ziggy here, who is pretty strong, but if he dies in combat, you immediately lose. There we go, Ziggy leveled up. And, anyway, I wasn't feeding him kills or XP, I was just keeping him at the back. So eventually, you'd get into fights where enemies would somehow fly behind you and just pick off your main character without you having a chance. So, don't do that if you ever play Shining Force 1 or 2. Vlad says, I got the Platinum Trophy for Zodiac Age. I have way too much time on my hands. Sorry, buddy. I don't see that as a detriment, personally. I enjoy having time on my hands very much. I hear, in my near future, I won't have that much. Finding all the rare monsters was a pain in the bum. I believe that, too. Those Final Fantasy games are so packed with goodies. They will literally take you forever. Final Fantasy X, I think I painstakingly unlocked all the damage and hit point breaks. Maybe not all of them, but certainly a lot of them, including doing the entire Blitzball League to get Waka's upgraded weapon, which, I'm not a big fan of sports video games to begin with, but Blitzball was a super watered down one. It just, ugh. It was a neat idea in theory, but not in execution. Zodiac Age wisely did not have any of that. Oh, she's out of healing juice. Well, I don't really need to use a healing herb, I don't think. If we're just careful about this, all should be well. See, they know not to come into my range, and I can actually check that too. Oh, no I can't. It'll show me my range, but not theirs. I can look up information about them. It's got its hit points, its attack, and defense listed. We're actually going to throw Sarah in front of Jaha to prevent him from dying. The bunny agrees. Blitzball is literally watered down. It also gives his vote for card game from 8 is the best FF side game, and I would have to agree. I had a lot of fun playing the card game in 8. I liked challenging all the main characters out of nowhere to card games. We're just charging. Screw this waiting crap. Although once you got into it, I found the Chocobo game in 9 to not be so bad either. Yeah, it was the Monster Arena stuff where they added a Pokemon element to FF10. And I don't mean you had to catch them, but you had to kill the same monster 10 times in order to get something. Chester got damaged by 3. Oh, but he gets the counter. 3 damage. Chester earned 13 experience points. We're going to egress Chester into the woods here. Have him chuck a spear, take that guy out. 49 experience points, leveled up to 4. Chester is my shining golden god. But that's the kind of thing you need to worry about. Uh-oh. No, she's not going to get killed. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We want to make sure Jaha lands the killing blow on that rat, though. So we're going to move everybody up here. Watch him miss. Oh my gosh, that'll be sad. Vlad the Bunny says, you had to defeat them 10 times with monster catching weapons. Then if you got a lot of everything in a region, you unlock super boss monsters and such. Yes, I did all of that for sure. Oh, Jaha leveled up to 3. Pretty good. I think the last time I attempted to do an ouch difficulty run, I leveled up the main 4 characters to level 10 before proceeding to this point. So, I'm pretty underpowered for this run.
Welcome to Yield.
Thanks. Get that cursor out of there. Stupid cursor. This village is peaceful, but boring. I'm tired of living in such rustic small village. Okay. Oh, chickens everywhere. What do you have to say, little green-haired boy?
That's my hen. Don't torment her.
Oh, yeah?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I can't do that one for real. Sorry, guys. Weak sauce. Oh, it's Green Dress from the first village. Hey, girl.
Are you from Gallum too? No. Many Gallum soldiers ask me where Howell lives. Howell. Why is he so important? He's just an old man.
There's a lot of old men in this game. You're right, Vlad. And a lot of them somehow are in decision-making positions when you've seen that they're not the best at doing that. Sir Astral worked so hard to get that guy unpossessed, and he was just like, meh, doesn't matter, he's old. Oh, can I play the piano? Ziggy investigated an old piano. No. I'm pretty sure Howell lives over past the city.
I once traveled to Gallum and saw Mr. Lemon there. Mr. Lemon's the leader of the Gallum army, but he's a very kind man. I'm a big fan of Mr. Lemon. He's so cute.
Lemon. That takes me back. I had forgotten the very existence of that character until now. Oh, there's a cat in the church.
Meow.
Blah, 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 blah. May I record your adventure now? You sure can. The light allows you to resume your adventure. Aw, Glitch Hero, you're plenty cute. Mr. Lemon's not as cute as that would suggest. That's also an awesome little cryy Isaac face. Bible thump. Oh, Glitch Hero, you haven't seen me play Isaac in a while, but I wanted to let you know I beat Mom's heart for the first time. Just once. But I did it. Will you continue your adventure? Yeah, sure.
Be careful, the light is always on your side.
I wonder if I saw Howell's moving castle. What is this character's voice going to be? I would take suggestions from the audience on this character. Glitchero asks, in response to my Isaac victory, you did, grats, which character? Also, this game is super cool. I beat it with Isaac, but just plain, obviously, no D6 Isaac or anything like that. Just straight up old Isaac. I had a really ridiculously strong run, and I can't remember any of the details. Deep voice Elven. Do elves have a deep voice? He is an elf, though, so good eye on that one. Isaac is legit the best without the D6. Yeah, you're a fan of doing things old school, if I don't remember incorrectly. And I'm down with that. I like the challenge. Still haven't unlocked Samson, though. I've tried really hard to get him. We keep talking about this. I'm going to have to go play it. And there's probably going to have to be an old Toby break in there, too. Anyway. Chinnigan guy should have the nerdy voice. Well, give anyone D6 and they're the best, to be honest. What does the D6 do? I think Vlad's told me before, but memory of a goldfish. Especially if I can't actually use the item.
What can I do for you? Oh, would you like to see my master?
Oh, that's pretty nice. The D6 lets you reroll all items in room. So every die, I guess, lets you reroll something in the room. Like the D10 lets you reroll enemies. What's the best die in the game?
I am studying at his house. Please follow me.
Oops.
Sir Howell lives just outside of this village.
Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. All right, come with me. Oh, combat. Of course. Sometimes you get a really bad item from a reroll, too. I can believe that as well. We should probably scope out the battlefield here. Pardon me. Okay. Just more rats and slimes? That's no problem. At some point, oh, there he is. There it is right there. That's a huge bat. And I believe they can cast... oh, no. He's got no MP. Okay. Part of me was worried that the bat could cast Fireball or some stuff. I just want to say Isaac is beast, and D6 just makes him shine brighter than the rest, says Glitch Hero. And yeah, Glitch Hero, it's a bat. Look at his little wings. See, he's got little wingities right there. He's flapping. Pretty limited in their 16-bit technology. But the point is, that bat is probably going to try to ambush me from down there while I move up over this way. And if I'm also not mistaken, this slightly darker green grass makes me move slower. Sorry, this slightly darker green grass makes me move slower here. But we'll try not to worry about that right now. Since you two are probably my go-to for Isaac advice, what's your feeling on playing the character Lazarus and immediately suiciding to go to the slightly better version immediately? Oh, Chester. Immediately getting attacked by the rat. Oh, but Chester's level 4, which effectively makes him my tank. Getting rid of his life for a devil deal? Like, I'm not talking about frivolously just killing him off, although I have done that, but obviously if you can find, like, one of those, like, sacrifice rooms or something. And, I mean, obviously a devil deal is good, but isn't it necessarily not guaranteed? Alright, I'm getting swarmed a little bit. Pull Chester back, have him... Well, I don't want Chester killing things, so that wasn't smart. Chester's too strong. It's guaranteed second floor if you take 0 heart damage. That's a mighty big if for me. If I could do that, I'd have Samson unlocked once. Alright, here we go. Sward. Huge rat got damaged by 4. Come on, Ziggy. Play guitar. Oh, 0 red heart damage. So earned 48 experience points, found 20 gold coins. It's a good rat slay. I've actually, regrettably, never played a Dark Souls game. Once again, throwing Chester right into the middle of battle. He just one-shotted that ooze. I love games that are really hard. In fact, for my birthday today, my wife just got me a Steam card, and like the first thing I'm considering using it on is Getting Over It, which is like super hard. I play Isaac, I play FTL. Like I like my roguelikes. Dark Souls might be a little intense for me though. It might not be. I have played Demon Souls. See, that bat just knocked the crap out of Sarah there. FTL is a great game. I would say I might even like it more than Isaac. Yeah, I'm a bit of a late bloomer to all these awesome retro indie games that have been coming out. But I'm happy to try all of them because they're what I can stream. Isaac's really fun too. It's just not my usual kind. Like the roguelike part is fine. Oh, Jaha, you're doing 8 damage. You're a monster, son. You're going to be a Scottish bullfighter. I don't know. If you want a hard game, you could get Darkest Dungeon. I have that. I've only played it for like the first couple dungeons, and my entire primary party had to go off to like the sanitarium, leaving me with like a crappy secondary party, and I just immediately gave up. Never to go back. I should give it another try. I really like the idea in theory. And I don't like to give up on a game that quickly. I like the insanity mechanic very much from Darkest Dungeon. I think that's a great idea. Glitchero says the same thing happens to me. Well, but you see, though, that with something like a roguelike, that's our mistake. That's just us. We have to learn not to do that and to start over, basically. You can keep people alive in FTL. It's pretty good. If you've played the Advanced Edition, it's really easy to do, actually, because they now have a cloning bay that you can pop in instead of a medical bay in your ship. Vlad says you need RNGesus on your side for Darkest Dungeon. I would absolutely agree with that. Although, really, you could say the same of any roguelike, right? And that's part of the fun of it. Just starting endlessly over and over and over again until you get that sweet run. I got so enthusiastic when I learned you could do the seed thing in Isaac until I realized that you couldn't unlock any Chivos with it or anything. Which I suppose is okay, but I'm more interested in unlocking things right now than messing around with cool dungeons. Oh, everyone is hot for Chester. Chester's level 5 now? Wow. Sorry, I gotta learn to keep up with the chat. Jihad just earned 39 experience points. See, that was actually a slip of the tongue that I recovered and made amazing. Hire me for your cartoons.
This is Howell's house. Sir Howell, Grans, your friends are here. Strange. There's no answer. Has he gone somewhere?
Well, why don't you wait for him inside?
Yes.
Who are you? Oh, Sir Howl.
Oops, you came back early.
What did you do to Sir Howl?
Jump, jump, run.
Oh, cousin.
Sir, you're alive.
It's no use running after them.
Are you okay, sir? Why did they do such a cruel thing?
They were Gollum soldiers. They demanded my notes on ground seal. They suddenly snatched at them and they...
Whisper.
Who is it? What did he say?
He's Ziggy from Grand Seal. He said that ground seal has opened.
Oh, you get it? Grand seal. For ground seal. And a soup.
And a serious disaster took place.
Oh man, my nose.
He came to see you for more information.
What? The door opened. Who broke the ancient seal?
Calm down, sir. Why are you so excited?
Cousin, listen to me carefully. Grans Island is lost.
Oop, a little bit of a pop there. Sorry.
That tower is the sacred seal that confines a terrible devil. 2 jewels were installed to...
Stop talking or you'll die.
I'm almost dead anyway.
We have someone that can heal wounds standing literally right there. Bowie, I'm pretty sure, has medicinal herbs on his person. But you know if he's got to die, it's because the story calls for it. So that's just fantasy game logic, son.
Cousin, look for the jewels to seal ancient...
And he fades away into nothingness, his cosmic essence refilling the world.
Sir Howl, don't leave me alone. Oh no. Sir Howl passed away. I'm going to seal the tower. It was Sir Howl's last wish. Ziggy, please. His wish is related to your mission, right? Can you go with me and seal the tower?
Kaz and the Mage has joined the fires. Okay, I got to catch up on the chat because there's been some pretty priceless nugs thrown in there. Glitch Hero says, in Darkest Dungeon, you just lose your whole party. You feel helpless. And then switches to FTL. I never use cloning after first try for Classic Challenge. Also, dying in the chamber feels bad. Like, dying during the cloning process is the worst. What I don't like is when your ship suddenly gets, like, its cloning bay hit, when your guys are, like, trying to regenerate. It's like thinking of someone getting sucked out of an airlock slowly, to me. Like, it's that level of disturbing. I mean, technically, getting your body destroyed every, I don't know, away mission is kind of ridiculous, but, future. Anyway, Glitch Hero misses FTL and wants to get it on his comp. Meanwhile, Vlad enjoyed my whisper line. Mentions that he's Ziggy and he played guitar, which is true. And, like, we're not going to get to hear any of his sweet licks and chops in this game, unfortunately. But I feel like on the few times that he does speak, you can hear them in the background as though ghosts played them. And Vlad then says, these old people really don't give a crap if they die. They really don't. Well, you heard Howl. Everybody on this island is now marked for death.
Now let's go to the ancient shrine.
once their story part is out of the way, you generally don't see a lot of the characters again. So I won't have to pinch my nose up too many more times. Although I do believe I said something about an old Toby break soon, and then switching games.
Who are they? Gallum soldiers.
Oh, Glitch Hero, that's Mr. Lemon.
Greetings, Grand Seal scum.
Why did you kill Sir Howl? How could you be so mean? Answer me. Ziggy, we must defeat them so we can learn the truth.
Capture them alive.
And then he runs. I'd like to point out that his killer comeback about why he killed Sir Howl was like a really drawn out No, that's not what I want to press. Okay, so we're actually going to cut her off here for a bit, and I'm going to go treat myself to an old Toby break, and when I come back, maybe something different. Maybe more of this. I don't know. If there's still people kicking around, maybe you'll have opinions. The game will be suspended, okay? Oh. No. Yes.
That's it for today. Yes, you better take a rest now. Come back again.
He doesn't actually laugh, but, you know, if you're doing that voice, you kind of have to. What's creepy about this is that she will actually just sit there, spoon in the pot. Nope, it's immediately made a liar out of me. I thought that that would just stay there forever. But nope, Dancing Sega logo. Okay, if you're not going to come back and don't know who I am, yeah, such witch, right? Like, she does a lot of kneeling over pots all day. Fun fact, this little rat character that's running around here is responsible for all the trouble at the game. Well, spoiler alert. All the trouble in the game is all his fault. And he's my next recruitable party member. And the best part is he turns into a little Mickey Mouse ninja later on. It's pretty rad. By the way, if you're mad about spoilers, this game is now 23 years old, so too bad. You missed the boat, son. Okay, I'm Son of Stapes. I like to narrate RPGs. I'd sure love it if you came back and watched sometime. I do Baldur's Gate from 6 to 10 Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be back in maybe like a half hour. Maybe. Probably? Maybe probably. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.